Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with the final hot take of the evening. I know it's all so political. But don't worry, this will all die down soon, hopefully. And but I had to talk about this. The Million MAGA March was today. Um, I as a anti-war protester, I didn't go that many times, but I went a few times. I questioned the effectiveness of protest. I really did, because we protested and the wars just keep happening. Nobody seemed to pay attention, and in fact, it just seemed to piss people off. So I decided after a while that maybe that wasn't the best way. After hearing some libertarian arguments for, well, maybe you should be doing something more productive and maybe there are other ways to protest. So I started the anti-war comic, and that's running today, by the way, at the webcomicfactory.com. And, I do other things like that. I put anti-war stuff in my book, and I make these videos. So, I on the one hand, I'm glad to see the MAGA hats come out and march. But guys, let me give you a little advice. You knew Antifa was coming. You got to prepare. You got to protect each other. You got to, and I know that's tough. I know you probably did that and tried, but, next time you got to really make a point of having everybody park in the same general vicinity. Have some security if you can. If not, end the damn thing at a certain time and get everybody off the streets so they're not hurt. I'm seeing videos, and I'll show you some of them here. They're not great. Viewer discretion is advised. Uh, so you see, there's a woman here. She gets. Let's see if we can see it here. I think that she was attacked, and maybe they didn't show it yet. It's hard to tell the Trump supporters from the BLM guys. And look, they're just out on the streets, and the BLM and Antifa guys, you got to be careful, because they'll sit around like a bunch of they hid behind the police all day today, is what I'm hearing. When they were outnumbered, and then the moment their numbers started to shift, like as the march ended, see that woman there apparently punched that other woman in the back of the head. There's another angle of it, and they've already identified the woman. They've already identified the woman in the yellow pants. By the way, you're probably going to go to jail. Yeah, that's assault, and apparently you assaulted multiple people today, and you've been identified. So good luck with that. Good luck with your criminal record now for assault, multiple assaults. If you had done one time, you might have gotten off. But apparently, you apparently, according to multiple Twitter people, she assaulted multiple people, and one guy who was already on the ground, assaulted by somebody else, kicked him in the head. People are going to jail. You're going to jail. And she is a journalism college student. Yeah, this is what journalists are doing, supposed journalists. Oh, I got to fight the power, man. I got to be out on the street punching people like a coward. Not even fighting people, but punching them in the back of the head. Random Trump supporters. That is very cowardly. Very cowardly. But that doesn't surprise me. These are collectivists, and like I said, when the sun starts to go down and the Trump supporters thin out, that's when they strike, because they have the numbers and they know they could just blend back in the crowd. Isn't that brave? Punching somebody and then running into the crowd. I know I just had a story where I did that. But I'm the one who got punched, by the way. I didn't punch him. I didn't punch that dude. I got punched and then disappeared in the crowd. So, you're going to be faced with a brutal reality of going to jail and having to deal with an assault record. That's not a record you want when you're trying to get a job, whether it's as a journalist, and good luck getting a job as that, Little Miss Extremist, in my view. Yeah, you're in big trouble. This, by the way, is Elijah Schaefer's feed. He and Andy No covered this stuff pretty good. Here's here's a picture of a guy holding a sign, "Pagans Against Fascism," and Elijah says, "Enough said." um, I don't know what this is. We'll see. This is more MAGA marching. I'm not sure what he's saying. I don't want to play the sound in case these guys curse or whatever. Breaking: multiple arrests after anti-Trump protesters assaulted a group of MAGA supporters at the. Yeah, I mean this is. I'm sure this will be on Elijah Schaefer's regular channel, and the cops aren't putting up with it. You don't have. Let me explain something to you, morons. The BLM and Antifa morons. You woke tards. You don't have the protection anymore. The Democrats are done with you. Okay? The moment Don Lemon got on CNN and said, "Ooh, this is starting to hurt us," it was over. That was the time to pack up and leave. And I've said in multiple videos you shouldn't do this, that you should stop, that you should take your hoodie and burn it, and forget about Antifa and BLM. Just forget about them. They're in the dustbin of history already. They're just an organization, a dead organization walking, essentially. You will never do anything good with either one of those organizations, ever. Ever. It'll always be considered a sham. Even if you build homes for the homeless, or, give away free food to the homeless, or do some other charitable thing, people will always go, "Oh, right, these guys." No one's buying your crap anymore. And you can keep calling people racist all day long. You're doing the exact opposite, of course, as a lot of these groups do. Instead of deterring racism, you're actually encouraging the divisions. You're actually heightening them by encouraging this kind of thing. Here is Elijah says, "DC, a white Biden supporter, assaulted me at the Million MAGA March after I simply asked him why he was yelling insults at a first-generation Mexican-American immigrant woman. I could have punched him in the face, but I'm a nice guy." Let's see what he did. Beware, this could be some kind of assault. I don't know. There it is. It's funny how these people, and this is why you should never. I saw one of the, I think it was one of the Proud Boys, who actually was a woman, because the Proud Boys have all sorts of people in their ranks, and she's an or a current MMA fighter, and invited Antifa to the Washington Monument, and I'm like, whoa, you shouldn't be doing that. See, that's the left's deal. Come and get me. Come and fight me. And you wouldn't get a fair fight. I mean, if 50 guys show up, you're in trouble. Even if you're an MMA fighter, I mean, at some point, it's not going to work. Even against these soy boys, they just have the numbers. But people on the other side of the equation should rise above that and shouldn't engage these people in violence. You should be shutting it down. And what I would do, here's what I would do. The next time you have the MAGA March, organize it better in that tell people the safe areas and what the Proud Boys should be doing is providing security. You should encourage them to provide security. Be the security. Be the Hells Angels at, some of the, back in the 60s when the Stones used them. I know Altamont, but I'm saying don't be that. Use the Proud Boys. Say, Proud Boys, do you want to be security for the Million MAGA March? And then let them be security. Why not? They're not racist. They've got black guys and Latino guys in their group and women. I didn't even know there were women in the Proud Boys. So, Yeah, let them be security. Let them, help people. Some of these people who got caught off guard, make sure they get to their cars and they're on their way, and make sure Antifa just gets funneled somewhere else. Um, it doesn't make sense to just wander around DC and hope you run into Antifa and then fight them in the streets. I mean, you're looking for a fight then. That's not going to solve anything. It's not going to. It's not going to tell. It's, maybe a couple of these guys get really hurt and they go, oh, I got to work out, or I this isn't for me. But you're not really doing anything. Violence doesn't solve things. What you need to do is shut these guys down. And the way you do that is by ideas and by not giving them an opportunity to use their violence. Because the only violence they can use is having overwhelming numbers. And just leave. This is a female Proud Boy, and this is a black Proud Boy, I think, right here. Checking over at Andy No. He's got a new book out, by the way, about Antifa. I might have to check that out. It looks pretty good. But here's that scene again. See, she punches her in the back of the head. See how she runs away? She's so proud of herself, hitting somebody in the back of the head. I can't think of anything more cowardly than a sucker punch somebody like that. And that's illegal. She's probably going to jail. This young couple, this is from the Tatum Report, this video. They got assaulted. They're throwing water at them. They're chasing them, yelling at them. It's terrible. I really can't play the whole thing. If you want to go to Andy's feed and see it. This guy, he tried to leave the area. I'm not sure what happened. He was trying to get through with his bike. Oh yeah, that's his bike, and then they won't let him have his bike. I mean, this is how these people are. They're just, they push you down, and then, he had to push that guy. He tried to push the guy off the bike, and it's like, oh, what are you pushing me for? Dude, you just pushed me. I mean, there's no logic to it. These people just hate. Here's someone, as Andy says, with a press vest, joins in the lighting of stolen Trump hats on fire. So that shows you, another thing that Antifa is weakening is they use press badges and press vests to, oh, so cool, dude. So cool. Oh, you're so cool burning hats. Oh. I mean, it's so dumb. So dumb. Here they are throwing fireworks. This is again from the Tatum Report. Man, they got a lot of videos. They're throwing fireworks at a restaurant in D.C. Now, where are the cops is what I want to know. They're probably all over the city trying to stop people. According to someone, a BLM rioter with a knife got knocked out during a fight. Police had to help the person get up. Well, mess with the bull, you get the horns. You dummy. Here's a pro-Trump supporter taking the knife, and here's Antifa steals a young woman's phone, and they're fighting. It's like, and then she freaks out and says, "Where the F is my phone?" Here's some kids that are being harassed by Antifa, which is beyond wrong and beyond cowardly. Okay? These people didn't do anything to you. They did nothing to you. But this is where we are. These cowards, and they like to mess with people. BLM Antifa rioters attacking people eating near BLM Plaza in D.C. Okay, so there you go. Throwing stuff and screaming and flashing lights. They're a-holes. They're all a-holes. I hope they all get arrested. I really do. The D.C. police were trying to arrest people, so. BLM Antifa attacked an elderly couple leaving the D.C. Trump rally. Oof. Man, that's not good. Oh, man. That's so not good. Assholes. Sorry. It just makes me mad to see these cowards attack people. you guys, I mean, karma is a bitch. Karma is a bitch. This will come back to haunt you, young people who have committed these horrible crimes. Antifa, BLM rioters hurl projectiles and an explosive at people having dinner. All right, we kind of resaid that. And this guy again. Okay, so you go to Andy's Twitter feed and check it out if you want. I'm just sort of sick of seeing it. And I can't wait until Trump is reelected, and I hope he turns the screws on you. He'll be doing you a favor, because if Biden gets in, God help you then. Because Biden will turn off the media coverage, and he will turn it all around. He will say, suddenly the media will be saying, well, the cops are the most wonderful people in the world. And we think these Antifa and BLM members have been infiltrated by terrible racist people. So we're going to arrest them all. And that won't be totally inaccurate. A lot of you woke-tards are racist. So when they round you up, no one will feel sorry for you. Not on the left, not on the right. You won't have the very people who have been keeping you out of jail will do the opposite. They will do everything in their power to keep you in jail, to hurt you, to let the cops get off. You know, all the cop brutality you wanted to protest, they will turn up the juice. They will tell the cops, make this stop now, at all costs. Because Biden will need that win. He will need that control. And if he has to grind down everybody, he will. And the MAGA hats will not protect you. They will not. They'll do their own marches, I'm sure, and they'll have their own problems. But you guys, you'll barely be a blip on the radar after a few months of your protest, because it's already started. Ted Wheeler called out the National Guard. Actually, it was the governor, I think. Inslee, I think his name is. So, you're already headed out. You're headed out. Out of history. You'll be done. You'll be back to where you were during the IMF days of protests when nobody heard of Antifa. They'll whittle you down to little more than a handful of communist bookshops, and you're not going to have the Portland people protecting you anymore, because the very same people, the very same ones, will be told you have to do the exact opposite. You have to get these people off the streets for as long as possible, preferably 4 years at least, and do whatever you can to do it if you expect to have a career in the Democratic Party. Yeah. And they'll do it. Most of them. A handful won't. A handful will still be loyal. You'll still have little Miss Antifa running around and a few city commissioners, trying to do stuff. But most will buckle, because most people are weak. Most people, unfortunately, are like BLM and Antifa. Weak. But your time's coming, and you're going to jail.